When I speak to business people, you're pretty much in similar circumstances and situations every day of your life, where competition is severe, where regulation may even be against you, where your customers may likely say every negative thing around you, your staff may probably not even believe in your vision, and you feel like you're walking alone. And when you're very close to that breakthrough, that's the most difficult part. And many times in business, you may give up. And it can be very challenging. My message to you is never give up. And I'd like to share with you a few thoughts around an eagle. The first thing that you will recognize from an eagle is an eagle flies high. I think in business, if you fly low, then you expose yourself to severe challenges, to severe competition, to being hit by anything that may come your way. You are designed to take on higher heights. Don't just look at the here and now and just thinking about what is it that I will have for lunch, etc. I challenge you as business people to look up and dare to soar high. The only reason why we're here today is because we have an entrepreneur who chose to fly high in spite of the challenges. As a business, you must maintain high standards. An eagle has excellent eyesight. An eagle can see from as far as 5 kilometers away. When it's soaring high in the clouds, 5 kilometers away, it will be able to see a little rat or a little piece of meat or something that's edible for it from as far high as 5 kilometers up in the sky. This talks about foresight. In business, if you keep doing it the very same old way, you will find that there will be challenges that you will face. And there are examples of companies who have faced those kind of challenges. Innovation indeed is the secret to success in business. When we look at non-traditional competitors like mobile telephone companies who are giving money transfer services, who are giving ability to operate an account from the comfort of their mobile phone, it just begins to show you where evolution is going. Eagles, unlike vultures, feed on fresh prey. They do not eat decomposed, decaying food. They will typically seek to get fresh prey and fresh food. From a business standpoint, what does that mean to you? What freshness do you bring to an environment and to a market which has many other players? What is fresh about what you do? Where do you find yourself as an entrepreneur? Do you find yourself in the basket or in the case of people who will typically say that business is harsh? Or do you find yourself in a place where you say that there are great opportunities, there is lots that's happening, my customers are satisfied with the service that I'm providing to them? Eagles use the storm to rise. When you see lightning flashing in the skies, many birds will take cover. They will go to their nests and look for the safety spot where they will be safe and secure from the harsh storm. But it's amazing, an eagle does not do that. It will rise right into the storm and it will fly high into the storm. It will use that current and that storm to actually propel it. So many people will be saying there's a crisis in the country, there is a lot of challenge, there's hyperinflation, there is this and that happening. Therein lies the opportunity. Many of you find yourself in business areas which are plagued with a lot of competition and a lot of adversity. Do you just see the crisis for what it is? or do you see it as an opportunity to help you grow? Eagles have only one partner for life. But maybe the more interesting one is that they use the same nest each year. They do not change nests time after time. And that points towards stability, points towards commitment, it points towards being dedicated to their core. In that entrepreneurial world, you do have a propensity to see many opportunities. And whilst it may be very tempting to run off to the left and run off to the right, it is critical that you will identify what is your main strength. What is my primary strength, either as an individual or as an entrepreneur? What skills do I bring to the table which are rare amongst many others? And stay focused on that one thing. Sometimes if you're able to identify that and do it with excellence, you find that you go the distance, you become a lot more successful because you've been able to stick with the program. Whilst there's a lot of adversity that may challenge you as a business, that should stop you from actually going forward in business, you still wake up the next day and you fly on. Who are the naysayers around you? Who's telling you that you cannot do it? Are you listening to them, or are you waking up every day with that conviction, that fighter spirit inside of you, and carrying on with your business to see another day, to see it multiply from being one outlet to a second, to a third, to be a global brand that you are designed to be? I can talk a lot more, but I'm also needing to balance and make sure that this is not a one-side monologue, and probably open it up for any questions or comments, and happy to carry on with the conversation from that perspective.
Something else on the terms of credit, although these are probably is really affecting we as young people, because like for instance, you might feel that in a month you can do a business is actually way beyond you, because you have to give this person credit, especially deal with computers, supply computers, they want to get 30 days, they give you a bouncing check or something of the sort. And you yourself, you have some suppliers or some partners, of which you make sure that you pay on time without any failure. You don't even tell them, don't bank the check today. It has to be banked. So in that case, I think we need a lot of mentorship on management, of which I've seen exactly on the second day. So there's a lot to do with terms of payments.
What we'll typically do is we will do an assessment of a government ministry. We will know that either they want to get into equipment, or they want to finance expansion of equipment, say in some hospitals across the counties, etc. Based on that, there will be afforded lines of credit to the government ministry. Once that is already available, then you no longer have to worry about whether they have lines of credit or not. You just need to know as a business person that you have gotten your fair share. Why that is important is because by the time they issue the letter of credit to you, it is required that they have planned and thought about the cash flows towards making the payment when that particular contract is due. Only you really understand your business the best. I can never really understand where you want to take your company, Blackjack Jeans or whichever other company that it might be, to what it is. It needs to be put in a document that clearly articulates, this is my business model, this is how I want to play, this is my target market, this is my competition, these are my financial operations over the last couple of months, years, etc. And this is where I see myself getting to into the future. The power of being able to document that is priceless. Because as an entrepreneur, you are being able to capture on a document your plan for success. If you say that my business turnover today, my annual turnover is, and I'm just looking at a rough number here, 100 million shillings in a year. My aspiration is that next year that was my turnover 2014, 100 million shillings. I want to grow this company to turn over 150 million shillings, or 120 or 200, depending on the opportunity that you see. And then bringing it all the way down where you say it therefore means I need more employees, and this is the incremental cost. I need to do a bit more advertising, so this is the additional cost, and I need to open a new premises or buy new machinery, etc. And putting that in numbers is very, very powerful. We as bankers hear stories, but we read numbers a lot better.